And we back like we never left because we really didn't. Filming all of these in one day. That's why I got on the same shirt. You feel me?
Yes. Hi, friends. Welcome back to another episode of More to the Story. I'm Farron Moore.
And I'm to hear more.
And we in here.
We in there, fam.
And we're about to jump into the second part of
surviving a sexless marriage.
Surviving R. Kelly. Surviving a sexless marriage. Thank you. Talking about my earrings. I appreciate it because I've had them for a very long time. I don't usually wear big earrings. Anyway, yes, surviving a sexless marriage, coming out of it together. And the number one thing, what we gonna say, y'all? Communicate. Communication is key. If you are like me, I shared in the last episode, like I was very confrontational, very combative about it. And it was not the proper way to handle it. And I learned that the hard way. And but through it all, we just kept talking. We kept starting the conversation over, kept pivoting. We would try one thing. I think one time we tried, we said we were going to have sex every day for 7 days. We didn't do it, but we said we were going to.
You got to be realistic about those things too, man. Like it's a lot of articles out there that tell you what to do and all of that type of stuff. And we by no means are telling you that we have all the answers.
No.
Again, we just
tried.
We tried a lot.
A lot of stuff. Like we were like, that didn't work. Okay, let's try this. So it was a lot of pivoting, a lot of researching, a lot of me awkwardly sending him articles I had read. Just when you have time, just read that. And maybe this will help us. I don't know.
Because there's not a lot of people in the Black community that talk about this.
No.
It's not. And then there are not a lot of people in the public eye that will admit this. It's a sensitive conversation.
Yeah.
It's a sensitive conversation. It's an embarrassing conversation. And if you are still in it, even we're out of the thick of it, but we're still in it. We're still figuring out what works best for us, what can enhance it, all of that type of stuff. So a lot of times people want to make sure that something works all the way for them before they share the secret, but a lot of things don't work all the way. You start a diet, but when you finish that diet, if you don't stick to certain eating habits, you're going to gain the weight back with keto and other diets, things of that nature. So there's not one Band-Aid situation that cure all of this. It is a constant work because it's just like anything else. Like the moment that you stop working, you put it on cruise control, you damn near become obsolete. You cannot stop working at a good relationship or a good marriage.
Yeah.
It takes daily work for the most part, daily effort. Whenever you say work, people think it's going to be hard.
Negative, yeah.
It's just effort. Making small changes in your life, the same way you make small changes in your diet to lose weight, or small changes in your workout to gain muscle or to get definition, makes big results. It gives you a big difference. So that's what I mean by that.
And I wish I had known this before, like early on. So we're giving it to you now. I like how this says to write down your concerns before you and say them out loud. Because you mentioned in the previous episode that, like, when you just keep it in your head, then you only hear you. Like just repeating the same thing. And sometimes it takes for you to say something out loud to realize it's kind of ridiculous. And so, so the writing it down and saying it out loud, it help you form your thoughts and guide the conversation better. So, yes. And I like this one, the trying activities to help reignite the romance. So oh my God.
We did
role play.
This is where I wanted to chime in but I said I was going to save it for the second episode or the next episode. So we met in college. We met in 2005.
Yes.
We started smashing. And we smashed, and we smashed, and I felt like we had done everything there was to do because we had done it in hotels. We had done it in my place. We had done it in the car. Remember that time I pulled up at your place behind your house?
Yeah.
We did it in the car then. We had, snuck and did it. I felt like we had done everything. And so when we initially got back together, there was that spark of, reigniting and it being exciting because it was fresh and new. But there were so many other things to try that I just was oblivious to. And some of that was the role playing and the sex toys. We had the vibrator that connected to my phone, that vibrated to the pulse of the music. All types of things that we tried. And, that helped for a moment, but there were other things I wanted to do, but didn't feel comfortable bringing it to her because I didn't think she was going to be with it. And so that came later with more open communication and transparency. Yeah. But initially I was like, marriage is boring. The sex is going to be, you're going to learn a lot about the person for the rest of your life, but it's going to be boring because sex is always going to be the same 4, 5, 6 positions.
Yeah.
But then we got to a point where we were, all right, let's put it all out there. Let's just see what happens.
Put it all out there.
And
we even did that multiple times, like all of our fantasies and stuff, because we did it once. We went to a role play little workshop at a sex store.
The one in West Hollywood?
Yeah, Pleasure Chest, I think it was called. So we went to a role playing workshop because I'm like, oh, maybe this sparked something. And in that workshop, they gave us like this little checklist, and it was like, fill it out and then share it with each other. Say what your heart stops, what you're interested in, what you may be willing to try, like, rate everything. And it was all types of shit. Clown sex. It was all sorts of things listed. And so we filled it out and we didn't even share them with each other. And I remember like, I wanted to, and I had brought it up a couple of times, but you just like weren't with it. And so I was like, oh, well, I felt defeated and that canceled that. And then shit. It may have been like a fucking year later or something. We sit down and we're talking about, okay, let's list, things we want to try. And we listed them. We talked it out to, we listed it separate, but then we did share it. And I remember like my list being longer than yours of like different things. And I think I brought up like, having sex in the car again, like for old time's sake, like, and you're like, nope, girl, we got this bed. And I was like, nigga.
Yeah. I was completely resistant to it because I'm just like, it's going to be the same, man. It's going to be boring, man. I was like, it's going to be boring. You know what it was? It was, we hadn't quite got to the root of the problem.
Yeah.
And so we were trying to find a quick fix for something, but we had not dug deep enough to actually find the root of it. It's like you pop a bump that's not ready, you just get the top part off, but you ain't got the head out. You gotta give it a day or two. You gotta wait a little longer, get a little deeper, and get that head out, or it's gonna surface again. And that's exactly what that was. We thought we were really addressing the problems, but I'm gonna just put it out there. We didn't talk. We talked to our friends more. And even a lot of people in relationships, we talk to our friends more about what we really want, but we're afraid to be that honest with our partners. And even though this is a person we say we want to spend the rest of our life with, we're afraid that our shit is going to be too nasty, too freaky, too crazy for that person to respect or at least even acknowledge. And so we never bring it up. Like, I had never had a threesome. I wanted to do it, but I was afraid to tell her I want to do a threesome because I'm thinking she's going to be like, boy, get the fuck out of here. Right? And she wanted to tell me she loves giving head. She loves it. She's crazy.
Because of, what we said before, our perceptions of what marriage or just sex is. Good girls don't do that, and good girls sure don't enjoy doing that, and they don't ask to do that. You know, they have to be asked, they have to be begged or whatever else to do it. And so it was like, I would love to do that, but he never asked me to. And he's like, I feel like it's a little disrespectful and it's not something I necessarily need, so I don't say anything. And it's like, wait, what? So, yeah, it was just a lot of us. The more we talked, the more that came out, even though our earlier conversations weren't even about the core issue. It was just like starting the conversation, continually having the conversation. And sometimes it feels like you're not getting anywhere and you just repeating yourself over and fucking over again. We eventually got to the point where it's like, it's all out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was a great night. That was a great night.
All out there.
That was a great night,
yeah.
man. Y'all don't even understand. Let me tell you something. When you get to a certain level of transparency, you be like, man, that's why I fuck with this person right here, shawty. God damn, shawty. That shit was.
Yeah.
Whew. Now, I will tell you this. It was very difficult for us to do that sober. So we did not do it sober.
We did not do it sober. Now we can do it sober.
Yes.
But we were not sober. We were very much under the influence when we had the conversation and just like laid it all out there on the line. So like this, take what does it say? Oh, yeah. Different activities or whatever to help reignite romance. So this is just some. Like we just brought up the role play, the workshop. It even has that on this list in this Healthline article. Go out at night, you know, because nighttime, I love nighttime sex. I love nighttime sex. He prefers daytime sex.
I like to see it. I'm a POV person when I watch porn. I like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I like to see it go in, like to see it come out, go back in.
Going out for me, when I'm getting dressed to go out, I'm already in a sexy state of mind. And I'm like, ooh, at the end of the night, you know, but that's not always the case. But it could help, especially if both of y'all are nighttime sex people. Taking a vacation or just unplugging together. And just like we've done that, you've brought up how I've used one of my weekends away for us to have a little staycation or whatever. And it's like, it's good to just be like off the clock in a way and just be there in that time with each other. And this one sounds easier than it actually was because we tried this. It didn't work for us, but it may work for y'all. It just says have more sex. Simple and straightforward. Just put more effort in and just do it.
Well, again, if you can make that happen, then great. But I honestly feel like
very much in our heads.
I feel like that one does not work because, again, you're not getting to the root of the problem. The only way to really get to that root of the problem is to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
Like it's no mystery. There's no magic diet. There's no magic pill. It's putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation to be vulnerable and transparent and talk.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes, a lot of times, not even sometimes, a lot of times you're not going to get it out all on the first talk.
You're not. That's why you got to keep doing it. You have to keep doing it.
You have to keep doing it. That's why you don't have multiple videos of this because, one, we're still works in progress, and two, the more that you talk and you let a little bit out, you be like, okay, I feel comfortable doing that. Okay, next time I'm going to tell them this. And then the next time you do that. And then the next time you're going to tell them a little bit more. So you have to keep doing it because you're not going to spill all the beans the first time around.
Yeah.
You're just not
and I mean, just that really breaking into that level of vulnerability and sometimes it could be you not creating a safe space for your partner to be vulnerable with you. So you need to look at all that. What am I putting out there that's making them feel like they're not safe to share with me? Because I know with me being having the energy that I had early on, it was not a safe space for him.
It was not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not feel comfortable
and
telling you all the free stuff I wanted to do.
And I had to own that. And it wasn't until, we got further along and there was therapy involved and all of this, and just me learning, even with dealing with the kid, wanting to foster that level of openness and her security in herself and her decision making and everything. I had to take a step back and actually listen to her and let her know, like, you aren't alone in your experiences as a child. So that dealing with her and wanting a different, I guess, uprearing, what is it, child rearing experience or childhood for her than I had, it helped me to see, like, yo, you're not being a safe space for your husband. And once I realized that, I'm happy I didn't do any irreparable damage to our communication, and he allowed himself to become vulnerable. Like, he saw that transition in me, and it worked out. Somebody asked a question. Chris, wait, so did certain things become easy to talk about after y'all opened up to each other? Yes. It's like we've already covered this. So, or this is, I thought that me saying this was the worst or like a big shock, and you took it like a champ, or you agreed with me or whatever. So now I can bring this up, or, you can bring up something new, or you see something in the porno or whatever. You're able to express that. Because before, like, we would rarely even watch porn together. We were very separate with that, and we may share that we did watch something with each other, but actually watching it together, we were very slow to do that. And now it's like, shit, turn it on. Like, what's hot this week? Put that shit up on the big screen. Let's get it in, So yeah, it definitely it became easier to get past our sex negative culture. We do. Okay. And this is not, like we said, not as uncommon as you would think. Like, this is a lot of people from age 18 to 89 are going through this in some way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. Where is it? So, were you? Oh, you weren't doing. I thought you were about to do something.
No.
So we also had to start, I like this, no question too awkward. So we do talk. We put it, like we said several times, we put it all out there. But we also like to experiment with new things, because we both grew up and experienced a lot of, sex equaled P&V. And I, had to, and me telling him that I don't climax from penetration, it was like a big issue. But I had to, show him, like, hey, if me getting there is that important, then there's other ways to make that happen. You got 2 hands in the mouth. Mm-hmm. Okay, friend.
And not all fellas. A lot of guys are like me. I'm very naive when it comes to certain things. You got to spell it out for me. She tells me all the time, "Oh, she was flirting with you. I didn't see it. I don't be seeing it. Sometimes I miss it." Fellas, it's not always going down on you, lady. Sometimes they need you there for the body heat, pulling your hair while you suck the titties and grab them, and they go to work with the vibrator. That is a real thing. Mm-hmm. And they just need your presence there. So if you get yours, be like, all right, how can I help you? It's like, suck this titty. Every woman got a favorite titty. Her favorite, she'll lift it up for you. Your favorite titty. Get that titty in your mouth. Grab her ass while you're doing it. She going to go to work with that vibrator. Listen, man, it's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely a team effort. I'd spell it out for you, because I didn't know. I thought she was just like, all right, yeah, you want me to do this? I feel like you could be better at it, but all right, let me. And she'd be like, no. I just, here, suck this titty. Okay.
Very true.
Now rub on me right here. Okay, I can do this. I can do this.
And I be gotta rub his beard in one hand
Mm-hmm.
and the vibrators in the other. Like, yes, do it. And we started, I like this term, turn off autopilot. Because like he said, was it this episode or the last? I can't remember. But he said that, you just got those same like 4 positions. And sometimes it's like you just need to not even touch those and think of, research, think of, create, whatever, some other ones, or even some other places, really spice it up. Like make a sex position bucket list. Go into different rooms, explore different times a day, add in a toy, dress up, like all the things.
Farron
like,
had me in a jockstrap and a tie.
A jockstrap and a tie. When I tell y'all, don't sleep on it. Listen.
She was holding that tie. I'm tearing it up in missionary. She holding on to that tie. I'm like, yeah. I was bucking like a Bronco.
It also helped a lot when I was on top, though, because sometimes I need something to grab onto, and I have nothing, and it's like, yes, you got that tie on to wrap that around my hand, like
it's a neck ponytail.
Hey, friends, do you have a therapist? No? Well, let me tell you about Talkspace. Talkspace is an app that puts you in touch with a licensed therapist just for you. Like, there's no fear of being concerned about what other people will think, no fear of being worried about being seen at a doctor's office or worried about traveling to and from a doctor's office. Like, it's all on your phone. Meeting with a therapist to work on your mental health is just as helpful as hiring a personal trainer to work on your physical health. And the positive impact can be just as life-changing. So don't get caught up in what people think. Like, that's no longer a concern with Talkspace. They have made it so easy. I've been using Talkspace since long before they decided to partner with More to the Story. So I'm very excited to be sharing this with you. My favorite part about using Talkspace is that it takes the stigma out of it. Like, it's so personal. No one else needs to know about it. No one else sees you doing it. Like, if that's a concern of other people knowing what's going on, or you having to carve out time to go to an appointment, then that's gone. And unlike traditional therapy, you can message your therapist anytime via text, video, or voice. It's 100% secure and stigma-free, the way therapy should be. At Talkspace, your privacy and security are their number one priority. The app puts you in a private room with just you and your therapist. You can send messages 24/7 and get replies throughout the day. Like, the therapists have their office hours, but you can message whenever you want, whether it's a text or a video or audio. You can message whenever you want, and they will get back to you within their office hours. No need to wait an extra, some few days or wait till your next appointment. Like, it's all available right there. You could get whatever it is on your chest off in the moment instead of waiting and sticking a pin in it until you're back in their office. So whether you struggle with anxiety, depression, self-doubt, or anything else, Talkspace gives you access to the help you need to move forward. Facing those obstacles isn't easy, and you don't win a prize for doing it alone, so get some help, and let me tell you how. Join Talkspace today and start moving forward with a single message. Just visit Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month when you use promo code STORY at sign up. That's $100 off at Talkspace.com, promo code STORY.
That's so stupid.
Nikki Marie says, so many men feel like toys emasculate them. One thing I will say about that, because some guys do, you putting all of that in you? I can't. They know that they can't compete with that size-wise. Here's the thing, though. A lot of men don't understand that there's a difference between the stimulation of penetration versus like the sensation. So if they're intimidated by the size of a dildo, maybe tell him you want him to fuck you with the vibrator, and you have like the bean, or the little one that's like a C or something like that.
Oh, the bang. Oh, you talking about the bullet or
The bullet, or there's also a cock ring that also has a bean on it too. So every time he strokes, the vibration hits the clitoris area, and you still get a little sensation. He's still fucking. It's a 2-for-1. So it's different toys out there that you can use that you don't have to just do the dildo where they may be intimidated with it. But a lot of that also comes with conversations. Don't just break it out on the nigga. Be like, oh damn, you just pulled out a 2-foot dick. That's just that's just your Tuesday, huh? That's just what your Tuesday. But that comes from having those uncomfortable conversations to get comfortable, so he can understand what you like, because you might just have that one because it just has the highest vibration setting. It might not be the size of it.
Yeah, or it's not even the fact that you want it to penetrate. It's just this vibrates and this is the shape it came in. Because I have my favorite vibrator is actually a dildo with the little clitoral thing on the end, but I never penetrate. I just like how quiet it is, because if it's too loud, then it ruins the experience for me. So I'm like, this is quiet, and it has 7 different little vibration settings. So this is my favorite. But yeah, it has nothing to do with the penetration part for me.
For her, everybody's different. We understand
different,
that.
Yeah.
So just letting you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's so many different types of toys out there, though. So if we just getting caught up on just dildos, it's like there's so much more than that. So much more.
I show Farron these little drops that you put inside your coochie and make it super.
They sold out so fast.
You try to get it?
Yes. They sold out
it make that coochie drippy.
Fast. I was so ready. And I got the little thing. They were like, we're going to text you 15 minutes before the sale starts. It's fucking Eastern time, but they were gone in 3 hours.
That shit
gone.
Crazy. If anybody wants to find out what we're talking about, you can email to moretothestory@gmail.com.
More to the story podcast at
More to the story podcast @gmail.com. Or you can just post a question on the Patreon, man. Fuck all that. This family, we out here. And I'll also give y'all the link to this new website I found. This new Instagram page for lingerie.
Lush Lavy or something like that. Yeah, this shit's
on that. Crazy balls.
Shit's hot. Yeah. Yeah. So Lush Lavy. Check it out. Yes. So
not Discord, Patreon. Not Discord, Patreon. I'll put it in Patreon.
And I like this. This is something that we don't do regularly, but we do it sometimes. Talk about the sex after the sex.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's communication, y'all. Communication. Like, you have to create a safe space and be willing to be vulnerable. Like, it's so important. So like in talking, I fucking hate you. What is? He has put a ponytail holder on his beard. Y'all sat here and let him do it?
I was trying to be vulnerable. I was trying to show you what I want to go for.
That's what you wanted?
I want a beard that grows that long.
I refuse to create a safe space for this.
Do you see this? You see how she acting now? You see this shit? Zoom in on me, man. Put me.
Don't. Don't. I hate you.
Go on with your little story now.
Anyway, subtly switching up the your humpscapades. Oh, I made a word. Can help keep y'all close. So, you do like like they call it a post-game analysis of, what you like, what you want more of. And because sex is like such a touchy thing, such a touchy topic. What did I say? Suchy topic?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know. You weren't listening.
Something
such
wrong.
touchy topic that it's recommended that you do like 5 this is what is great things before you bring up something that you would like to change. So suggestions and or questions to use when requesting a change, like can I show you how much pressure I like on this? Or X feels so good. Do you think you can do more of that next time? Kind of it gets easier to discuss it and point out what you like and everything as you do it. Practice makes perfect. Or you just point out like, I feel weird saying this or I feel vulnerable saying this, but blah blah blah. Like don't let not feeling what?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, babe, you gotta listen. Or can you try this motion instead? Like, just while you're still kind of in the moment, make it that safe space and that place of vulnerability to talk about what you like, what you don't like, what you want more of. I know sometimes like even the day after one of us, will send the other a text, thinking about last night, really like blah, 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 or whatever. So it helps. Like we be needing as humans, we need that pat on the back, that feedback to let
That
us
feedback,
know
it makes
we
a
on
difference.
the right
What I
track.
like, especially
Yeah.
especially when you're trying something new. Like when you guys have the conversation and you talk about what you like, and then somebody whips it out on the bedroom, like tries it out. They're embracing something that may be new for them. They are exploring something that may be uncomfortable for them. So that post-game analysis and that feedback or that encouragement could help them get over that hump to want to do it more or explore it more, whatever. So that definitely makes a difference.
Read some books. If you want to learn something new at work, you read and study. Or you wanted to learn something at school, you read, you studied, you do. You want your finances to be better, you read, you study. Your relationship, your sex life, it deserves that exact same attention. So that is incredibly important. So still do that same research. I told y'all I was on the internets trying to figure out like what's wrong with me or what's wrong with him, what's wrong with us. Are we broken? Is there a bounce back from this? And there 100% is. And I like this so much. Talk about it, but not in the bedroom. And this like so much. The bedroom was like our boxing ring. Like that's where 98% of our conversations happened, and it just caused the tension to be so thick because we're having these difficult conversations. Sometimes all our arguments about having sex in our bedroom where we have sex. Or not having sex, So it was very, very,
it taints that area.
Very difficult.
Especially if you have a really bad one. Like, you're going to think about that every time you lay down, every time you get dressed, every time you walk past the bed. So it's important to not limit those conversations to the bedroom, or even it's not encouraged to have them in the bedroom, so that you can still have that as a safe space.
Yeah. And I know it's hard, especially if you have kids or it's cold outside. But try not to have those conversations in the bedroom. Make that place your sacred space to sleep and fuck. That's what it's good for. Use it for those things, and falling asleep watching Rick and Morty. Yeah.
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. I'm Pickle Rick. I'm Tiny Rick.
Still masturbate on your own.
Let me tell y'all something too, fellas. They know when we masturbate. Just like we know when they masturbate. I often know she does it when I'm asleep or I'm not home. But she knows when I'm masturbating. All right? So don't try to hide it. And we had to kind of a conversation about it, because like that came up when we were struggling. Like I would masturbate and she'd be like, it would come out in an argument or discussion or
Words.
a fuel discussion. Because we didn't argue that. We never really had like fallout arguments, that type of shit. So when we have the fuel discussion, it would come out. You'd rather go in there and jack off than fuck me. And I had to explain it to her. It was like, one, I was jacking off to make sure my dick still worked, right? Because I don't know what the fuck's going on mentally that's connecting to my physicality. Physiology. This is somehow a fucking disconnect, right? Right. So that's one thing. Two is like sometimes I just got to get that nut off the brain so I can fucking focus, right? And it's easier sometimes for me just rub one out, get that energy out, and so I can get my day going or get this conversation going or just be productive at any area or realm of my life because I know how she likes it. There are times when I can tell her, hey, come upstairs and grab this dick real quick. You know, but other times she needs to be warmed up. And she deserves that. She deserves the wine and dine. She deserves the slow kisses on the neck, on the chest, collarbone, the titty sucking, ass grabbing, go down. Sometimes I ain't got time for that.
Right.
I took a shower fast, so I have 5 minutes so I can rub this shit out. I can get dressed and sit in this funk ass traffic and go to this shoot. And it's okay to have those conversations with your person too. To just tell them, hey, sometimes like I just got to get this out before I go. It's not that I'm not attracted to you, and I'm saying not have that conversation every time. You don't have to explain yourself every time, but if masturbating is a common thing in your life, then they need to know that I need to like just get this out. It's not because I'm not attracted to you or I don't want to do it to you. It's a time thing. So I don't want to be upset. This helps me relax. It releases it releases these endorphins, so I can be relaxed on the way here or while I'm here or whatever the fuck. But they know, okay, nigga, you going in the bathroom with your big ass headphones, thinking that you're a master of disguise, nigga. You ain't doing shit. You know what the fuck going on.
So true. Yeah, and I mean it's good, especially even for the person that's who I don't want to use the word withholding. What's a good word?
The person that's not having the sex?
Yeah.
The person that may be having the difficulties.
There you go. It helps keep sex on the mind for you, and it also like just helps you to experiment with self pleasure, and like everybody knows that a good climax just releases those happy feels, and maybe it'll make you want to be all kissy touchy or something to just open up that.
I be feeling energetic unless it's a long day and we was like fucking. I be feeling energetic most times after I get that nut, catch my second wind. Like, all right,
that's why you be trying to do it in the middle of the day. And me, I be like, let's do it so I can pass out. But yeah, so
and the kids not home in the middle of the day.
True.
So we get because we like to watch porn as motivation. I'll put on a video.
You like the sound on.
I have the music on. I have the music connected to my phone, and I have the iPad connected to the Apple TV. So we got the big TV in the bedroom. She gets the motivation sometimes from the head videos. I like to watch POV of threesomes or cream pie compilations, whatever the fuck I'm feeling that week. And we be like, let's get it on. And we turn the sound. It feels good to watch porn with the sound on. I feel empowered. The kids out of here, the neighbors here, fuck them. We pay the same amount as they do to be here. Fuck them, man. Most times our windows are closed up. We turn the air on. But, man, fuck all that. Watch the porn with the sound on. I'm going to start a movement. Sound on!
Well, I just be trying to be louder than the TV then because I'm like, it's messing it up for me.
All right, that's fair.
But it works.
I like the natural porn. Like when the natural porn I be liking. Like you hear the natural sounds. It's just when it's producing.
Talking about that extra. Yeah.
Daddy, give me that big
cock.
dick.
They don't even say dick. They say, that fat cock. Ugh.
Oh, that back dick is filling this white pussy. Shut up, man. It can't be that good if you can enunciate whole sentences. That nigga ain't doing nothing with that dick. Oh, you ain't feeling it.
He said that into your very face. Yeah, but masturbation tips, I like this because I've had to do this even in getting to the point where I could climax on top.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to start masturbating in that position
Mm-hmm.
because I was just used to like just laying on my back.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the only way if I, when I did, that's the only way I could. And so like try different things, different feels, stimulations, vibrators.
Action people too. Like it's okay when you're having these conversations. What position do you come the easiest in? So you can find that position and build your confidence back up in that position, and then you start to explore other things. Like I knew she liked the finger in the butt, but I didn't know if that helped her come. I thought
it just feels.
And
nice.
see, most people, I think that may stimulate them and help them come. So everybody's different, and if you don't ask those questions, you won't never know. You just putting your finger in that butt, and now you done wiped your eye, you got pink eye.
Is that how you got it?
Nope. I got it because I wasn't taking pillowcases on the road with me.
Okay. Yes. And I saw in the chat earlier, but I knew I was going to talk about it, so I did not say anything. But somebody was like, scheduling sex ruins it. And I actually don't feel that way.
I don't think it ruins it. I think that it can take some of the... All right. Okay. So scheduling it, like if you're trying to fix a problem that hasn't already been addressed or that you're not already working on, I don't think that's going to help in that situation, right? Like if you were like where we were at stage 1, where we were just trying to figure out what the disconnect was with trying to schedule it at 9 p.m. We're gonna be fucking. I don't think that's gonna help because you haven't touched that root. You haven't found out what was creating that disconnect. We scheduled, like, I think we talked about it last time. She sent me a sex invite, told me what to wear, what we were going to watch, the porn scenario and all that type of stuff, and to be ready. And that's just because she knew I didn't have anything planned that evening, and we were just going to be at the house. So she's like, hey, we fucking tonight. So that type of scheduling, I think, is fun. It's great. It keeps it lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? You can laugh about it, but you also know, oh, we getting busy tonight.
And, I mean, in a way... it was still kind of spontaneous. He wasn't expecting an invite, and so now his mind is on it too. It's not like we discussed it before.
True.
And then it was like, okay, let's add it on our calendar. It was like, nope, I already know.
Made me laugh.
He's free tonight.
She sent it to me while I was on the road too.
And I sent it to him while he was on the road, and it was like, okay, now he know what I'm thinking about, and now he thinking about what I'm thinking about. So that's why I do it. I also used to do it like while you were doing Zooming or whatever. I would just send him like a sex invite, and while he was doing the show, and it was like, oh, okay, so after this, I'm gonna wrap this shit up, because so it's fun. It doesn't have to ruin it as long as you're not making it. I mean, all chore and transactional.
Yeah, don't go in the bedroom with a briefcase. Be like, all right, let's get down to business, folks. I got these spreadsheets.
That's stupid. Can ignite more spontaneous moments, but sometimes you have to schedule it because everybody is busy. Right? Yes, exactly. Yeah, and the next, and I brought that up because that is one of the little tips to bring this to, to get things right, is to put it on the calendar every once in a while. But, even the way I put it on the calendar is spontaneous for him, at least. So, yeah. And don't get caught up in the labels and this is what the woman has to do and this is what it means to be a man having sex, and I can't, like, because I was caught up in that, like, I wanted to be that good girl, and I wanted him to initiate the freaky things because I'm not supposed to. Cause I'm the good girl, and that I realized, like, that's not getting me anywhere. And so we got to the point where we like, let's explore fantasies. Let's talk about
which we'll
all
talk
of
about
these
after
things.
this, only for the Patreon. So you want to know what our fantasies and stuff are, then you have to join the Patreon.
So I hope this helps you guys. And like, let me know. Email us more to the story podcast at gmail.com. Or I mean, hell, people seem to like DMing me on Instagram, so I guess also you. Farron Moore on Instagram. Yeah. So yeah, all the things. So I hope this helps. Let me know. And if we missed anything, or if you got any suggestions for us, something you want us to try and then talk to you about,
Please let us know.
let us know. We're out here.
Mhm.
We're trying stuff.
We're trying stuff. All right, guys. I'm to hear more.
And I'm Farron Moore, and this has been another episode of More to the Story.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.